All right, and here we go. Welcome to Total Conflict MMA, and thank you for joining us as we prepare to watch some of the highest level of mixed martial arts talent in esports competition. It is a beautiful day here as we are live and alive broadcasting from the United Kingdom to fight fans around the world. This is Total Conflict MMA 18, aka MG, versus K1 Deadpooly. Tonight, the PlayStation division takes center stage as the 5-1 K1 Deadpooly, coming off a running winning streak, looks to claim title glory against one of the most dominant champions Total Conflict has seen, the reigning, the defending champion across the PlayStation division, aka MG. But before that, the co-main is also shaping up to be a clash of styles in the Xbox division, with CleaningTuba fighting Blink for a #1 contender bout for who will be next to challenge for the title against Regicide Striking. We have a stacked card with some new names and old, all of which is promising to be a night of action and drama. Some players are still warming up, some are lobbied and ready to bring the conflict, so if you're ready, we're ready. Tonight, I'm commentating. You already know who it is. My name is Baron Von Jedi, but I'm commentating with the one and only Pudgy. Pudgy, how are you tonight, my friend?
Baron, my brother, you already know what time it is, man. It's another beautiful Sunday of fights. Hopefully everyone has been having a good day, a good night, good morning, wherever you guys are at. Thank you guys for always tuning in every Sunday for these fights that we always put on for you guys, man. There's always much love. And I'm looking forward to all of these fights, but obviously I'm here for the main event. Deadpooly, man, he really earned this, man. You know, I just saw him commentate with you on Friday. Hair was looking amazing. You know, he was ready. This man was ready, and
he was looking good for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at that card verse real quick, or I shouldn't say verse, but because who knows who's streaming. But for anyone, for the people in the back, you might want to turn up Pudgy's volume via Discord, because it sounds like he's coming in a little bit low. But with that said, we're going to take a look at tonight's card. Now, guys, we are kind of almost running a little old school. Tonight's card is a little flippy floppy and changey wangey. Something different, something new. So no fight one. Tonight's first fight has been canceled, has been scrapped. Well, first of all, let me just acknowledge Pudgy's volume coming in low. Check. Cameras being super close, so you get a up close and personal visit with both Pudgy and I. Check. Card falling apart. Check. All right, I think we're good. So first fight scrapped, not happening. We're gonna move on to the second fight. That is the first fight that will be starting us off. That is gonna be TJ versus STK Reaper. So TJ has found himself a replacement. Slip uppercut was nowhere to be found, and we have STK Reaper starting off our fights tonight. Moving on from there, in our next prelim fight, it looks like we have ourselves BK Max versus Spooky. So Spooky has moved on from the first prelim into the third prelim, which will be our second prelim. To move on from there, it looks like we have ourselves What Remains of Khalil versus AKA Dave. How he found himself on a prelim is only by circumstance of just filling in. Otherwise, that man would probably be in a main event spot. Moving on from there, we have ourselves Jay Rilla versus who do we have? Whimpering Ian? Is that who we have? Yes. All right. So that's it. Looks like our first fight that had not fallen apart yet. Whimpering Ian versus Jay Rilla. That's going to be an excellent fight. Jay Rilla is looking forward to putting on a clinic with Leota Machida, one of which I am thoroughly looking forward to. Starting off our main card, looks like we have ourselves Oath Dex versus Severin. Thoroughly looking forward to these guys putting on a fight. Oath Dex has been a longtime competitor. Severin, a former longtime competitor, has kind of walked away for a minute but has returned. So we're looking forward to both of these guys. Moving on from there, we have Stewie versus JUFC. JUFC has found himself a replacement. Zay has has been called away from the card, so we found a replacement in Stewie. So JUFC versus Stewie will be a great main card fight. Following that, it looks like the rest of the card is staying intact. We have ourselves Prime Doc versus K1 Vuk. That should be a great fight. Prime Doc has been scratching and clawing his way to the top, and now finds himself against an extremely difficult problem in K1 Vuk. Your co-main event is still looking to be sharp and fresh and ready to go with Blink versus CleaningTuba. It's going to be a great fight, and that will decide who will be next to fight Regicide Striking. And then for your main event, aka MG versus K1 Deadpooly. Both guys on tremendous winning streaks. Deadpooly looking for title glory, aka MG looking to hold on to his belt. Pudgy, it could not get any more exciting than this. I think this first fight is already lobbied up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get things on over to them.
Sure, man. I mean, dude, with all the amount of changes that had to happen, you know, it's not as chaotic as it could be, right? You know, what if just hypothetically, if someone would have pulled out of the, you know, the main event, that would have been a crazy one, right? But you know, luckily everything's going to stay intact, man. But it wouldn't be total conflict without a little bit of chaos, right?
A little bit of chaos goes a long way, and with all that chaos, we want to give a shout out to Jody BJJ for the resubscription. He's been it's 2 months. I don't know if that tells me if it's 2 months in a row, but we do appreciate you, Jody. Thank you very much. If you guys want to avoid any type of advertisements that are going to be played throughout the stream, you can do that via a subscription for $5.99 a month, or if it's gifted to you through the community, because that does happen.
Yeah.
But with that said, let's get into our very first fight. This is going to be a good one. We got the Conor McGregor and Jorge Masvidal. It's a typical 4-star pick that you see here at Total Conflict.
Yeah, for sure. You know, as the you know, the card has been progressing on, or even just multiple cards, you've been seeing a lot more Jorge Masvidal picks, and you know, I think he's a good balance. You know, you want to just kind of just talk shit and just kind of strike. You know, I feel like with Jorge Masvidal, like especially like in the lightweight division, you know, it's not like his welterweight form, but he still packs a lot of power, a lot of speed. But with this version of Conor, man, I mean, it's always you know what time it is.
Yeah, 100%. You know, Connor is always, you know, it's always interesting to see like what type of what type of game plan is going to be used against the Conor McGregor pick. You know, is he going to be like, are you going to approach with a, you know, this guy needs to be gassed out, or are you going to approach with, I need to get him out of there quickly? Like how, you know, it's kind of dependent on you know what your pick is. But nice shots there being landed by the Conor McGregor pick.
Yeah, both of these guys are, you know, they're definitely landing pretty good, man. Especially with Reaper, man. I mean, I've seen Reaper fight over the years, and you know, his striking is, you know, nothing to be, you know, messed with here. But he has to be careful though, because the cardio will become a factor. I would say, you know, going into these later rounds, but he just has to be careful. I don't think, as far as like Conor McGregor's cardio is the ideal best in this, but again, with power and speed that he has, he could try to get this out of here pretty early.
Yeah, 100%. Well, nice defense there from Buttonaholic, also known as TJ on the Discord. If you guys are joining us for the first time tonight, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, please give us a follow, but most importantly, sign up, get involved, jump in the Discord, and start fighting today. We have spots that, you know, while we do have strict 10 fight cards and 8 fight cards for Fridays, you know, we do have unaired portions for our Sunday cards. So if you don't necessarily make the live fight, you can always fight on the unaired, work your way up. That's a great way of doing it. 35 seconds left on the clock, and a big shot lands for TJ.
Yeah, that was a Yeah, that was a big bitey strike. TJ landed on for Reaper there, man. I mean, he could have really capitalized on that, but and again, he's just he's working the body as he should. I think that he's doing a good job of not trying to rush for the the KO, even though you just have your opponent really hurt.
Mm.
But hey, that was a good round there for TJ, man.
Yeah, he's being very smart about it. Like you said, not blowing out his energy.
Yeah, that
Just
was
a
it
little.
right there. That
Yep.
was the uppercut right there.
Yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, right under the straight hand.
Mm.
So, well, here we go, round two. We'll see if any changes can be made by Reaper. It looks like he's coming forward with the pressure, trying to look for those counter shots as well. But TJ is still well aware of it. Body shots are traded from both guys. Oh, beautiful kick. Rocks TJ. I did not see that
Oh,
coming. Reaper hurting TJ now.
yeah, now he's hurting his body now.
A couple clinches from both guys. Now, we do want to remind not only our competitors, but our viewers that there is a 3 clinch per round per fighter rules. So, if both these guys can clinch up to 3 times in this round, but any more can, lead you up to a possible disqualification. So please be aware of that as you're competing under Total Conflicts lights. 3:15 on the clock. Both guys
Mm.
are looking for big shots because both have suffered some momentous moments throughout this fight so far, Pudgy.
Yeah, I mean, TJ's just doing a good job of just kind of like managing that distance. Um, I think that he's going to really have to be careful though. Ooh, nice elbow
Oh,
there that landed for TJ. As Reaper backing up on the back foot here. Ooh, wow. Signs of respect there. But what I was saying about with TJ, man, I mean, if he can, hold on into this third round, man, I think that he can try to make a good comeback. But he has to be careful though, because those body shots of Conor McGregor, man, does not feel good.
the exchange that those guys just had,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to do a breakdown of it because there was probably like 3 or 4 shots that could have let. I mean, any one of them could have gone out,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
every shot missed. They were both in the pocket, and every shot missed. That was crazy.
yeah, but that left hand landed there for Reaper.
On a takedown
Ooh.
attempt from TJ. Reaper's able to defend it well, finds himself in the clinch, lands a couple knees to the body. Well done. Now this puts TJ behind the black
Ooh.
line, not where he wants to be. Gets hurt, he gets finished. That is it.
Mm. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Your boy Reaper, man. Woo. Wee. Man, what an uppercut.
That was crazy. Let's watch this replay real quick. I mean, these guys were both
Mm.
in the exchange throughout this fight, especially the longer it went, the more they got confident that they could be a part of it. And yeah, I mean, it just, he thought it was going to the body, and he should have zigged or zagged, and
Mm.
that's unfortunately the game you play when you're fighting a Conor McGregor. But congratulations to Reaper, he walks away with a victory. We're looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing more of both of those guys in the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. What an incredible way to even start off this card, man. And once again, to everybody who's always supporting us every Sunday, thank you guys. If you guys want to get involved, the Discord is in the chat. It's pinned. So sign up today so we can get you in there, call these fights, and yeah, man. Looking forward to what we have coming up, man. And not
Oh
even just
yeah,
for the next fight, but just for the future of events here at Total Conflict.
totally. No, I felt exactly what you were saying, Pudgy. No, we have a lot of great a lot of really fun things that are in development right now. So definitely a great time to be a part of Total Conflict. I think we may have, yes, we do have the next fight ready to go. So let's go ahead and keep this train rolling. We're gonna push things on over to them. These guys are already lobbied up. We have Spooky versus BK Max. And this should be a great fight. Spooky is a longtime, not only competitor, but also a bit of a streamer. You know, he streams pretty often. Some UFC games.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Spooky for years now, and just having a chance to commentate his fights, man, whether he wins or loses, man, like he's a sight to see, man. But I'm also curious to see about this Max person, right? Because it feels like I feel like we may have called maybe a fight or two from Max, but so maybe he's here to kind of be like a legend killer, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know. I mean, maybe see, I kind of get that a similar feeling about Max. I almost want to say that we have commentating maybe one or two of his fights, but I feel like that's more because I'm like, oh, maybe it's just the BK tag because I look at his gamer tag and I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen his gamer tag before. So I
Right.
don't know. I don't know, but he's doing well. He's so far putting the pressure on. I don't even know who his pick is.
Yeah, he's like a newer addition to the game though. For that weight class for 205.
Gotcha.
Um, I I don't know who he is. I feel like he fought somebody like recently though. I think I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Well, I'm a big fan of the Khalil Roundtree picks, so I'm here for it. Which is interesting because if anybody knows anything about Spooky, he's while he is a good overall competitor, his moments really shine on the ground. So it's
Mhm.
interesting for him to pick such a kickboxing focused fighter. But he's here, he's making it happen, and he's making it happen on the back foot up until
Oh,
now.
oh man, he has to be careful now. I feel like he has to get him. He has to get back into the center of the cage, because I think this fighter here, I can't even pronounce his name. Let me see when it pops up here. Murzakhanov, Mirza, yeah, something,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. We're just gonna call him Merc. Oh my god, but he is starting to Merc Spooky right
Oh
now.
my
He has to be
goodness.
careful.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. This might be it.
oh,
He might have made quick work of Spooky,
wow,
and that is it. Yes, he
oh,
did.
wow. Oh, different.
Pudgy, it's this card may have started falling apart. It may have some issues, but we are just quickly getting through it and getting some good knockouts out of it. So, yeah.
Oh my god, man, was that like a commentator's curse, man? Because holy shit.
Possibly. Oh man, spooky. I do not want to be held liable for what just happened. Uh, yeah, I'm not
All right,
100% sure what just
Spooky, I'm
happened
sorry.
there,
I'm sorry, Spooky.
but
Wow,
congratulations
man.
to BK Max. Um, uh, good work. It was good
Yeah,
pressure. It was good
yeah,
pressure.
that was really good pressure. I think what ended up happening for Spooky here, unfortunately, is that I don't think that he was really like utilizing all of Khalil Roundtree's like weapons, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I don't think that he was just kind of like using the outside striking, leg kicks and stuff like that. I
Well, yeah,
think
he was
I think the
trying,
big
like he was trying to get those knee stomps in. Like, I think
yeah,
the problem is that he just wasn't able to create that distance to really use Khalil's,
yeah.
his best weapons.
He also gave the fighter a little bit of the advantage when you have your back towards the cage around the black line there.
Yeah.
So that was almost kind of like a matter of time. I didn't really see the urgency that I wanted to see out of Spooky, but that doesn't take anything away from him. We've seen plenty of good fighters kind of get trashed like within like a round, and it's kind of crazy to think about it, but you know, but they just come back. They win or lose, man. You still enjoy their fights.
Yeah, 100%. Well, good fights so far that we've had throughout this card, albeit quick, and you know, like I said, some things had fallen apart, but we were able to put enough together to make it happen. And I could see I can see in the back that there's a lot of moving pieces right now, still trying to do what they can to keep this moving. It looks like we have yet again another replacement for what looks like the next fight, Pudgy. Now the whole you know what? In fact, could I even ask the production team in back to just, can we just switch to the card real quick to just take a look at what this fight should have been? We're moving on into technically the third fight. I guess production's not going to do it. Fuck me then. Technically the fourth fight, but it's the third fight of our night. And it's just, we're just making up things now. We're just doing whatever we want. But it looks like we have ourselves AKA MG, or excuse me, AKA Dave.
Whoa. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, damn.
I was like, you know, here's the thing.
Defended PlayStation
that was
champion right now. Is on
on the prelims. Yeah. You got to forgive me. That was the problem that I had when I first joined the community. I had MG and Dave mixed up all the time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so we have AKA Dave, and what looks like to be going up against a gentleman by the name of Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim.
Yeah. Tim.
Tim. Tim. So it looks like we got AKA Dave versus Tim. Now these guys are lobbied up. We're gonna give them just a moment to pick their fighters, because this fight was made literally in the moments that you've just been listening to me yap. So, you know, we're gonna give them a moment, gonna figure out their fighters.
Yeah, predictions are up. If you guys want to get your early bets in, go for it.
Yep. Yeah, predictions are in, so let them fly.
Let's see here. I think who is the trying to think who is the Conor McGregor there. Is that Tim or is that Dave? Looks like that might be Tim.
Let me check. Dave is saying that he's picking Conor McGregor. So Tim is Carlos Pradas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Shout out to Muay Thai Gang for the follow. Don't want you to feel like we didn't catch that. Thank you very much, gang.
Yeah.
Here we go, round one. Immediately starting off, Dave coming forward. Dave was one of the first guys that I was introduced to when I first joined the community, and let me tell you something, I was thoroughly impressed with what he could do, and he was an absolute wrecking ball back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I'm talking, you know, UFC 4 when this community was probably at its height.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you know, being as a competitor of UFC 4 back in the days, man. I mean, you know, there was definitely at a point where like that moment in time had like no ceiling, and then at some point it just started to kind of crumble a little bit, and then it just never really was the same. But
yeah,
but you kind of hold on to what you can, and you know, people in the community, generally speaking, seem like they're more friendly, but there are some bad apples in the mix. But that's any community that you're in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely want to you know, to weed out the bad ones, obviously, and try and keep in the good ones.
Mm.
But you know, you're always gonna have trolls in every community. You know what I mean? You're always gonna have people who are gonna try and yuck
Mm.
somebody's yum. But that is exactly what Dave is trying to do right now. He's trying to yuck up Tim's yum. 2:22 on the clock, and he absorbs a nice uppercut to the chin.
That was a nice step back hook, lead hook that Dave did, and that's what stunned him. He just kind of like got right. He backed up, and then bow, and then came in with the lead hook, and that was money. I don't think that Tim really saw that. Oh snap! Tim didn't really see that coming there, Baron.
Yeah, not for nothing. Like I'm not trying to glaze Dave or anything, but allowing a guy like Dave to have the Conor McGregor pick is not ideal. Like I'm sorry, like you kind of almost have to handicap a guy like that a little further than making him use 4-star.
I mean, any version of Conor McGregor that you use, man, it's just the cheat code. It really is, man. I mean, the dude hasn't competed in the UFC for how many fucking years now? And I don't think we ever really want to see Conor McGregor fight ever again. But I don't know if we need any more versions of Conor after
The
this.
next
I think that
competition that we see Conor in is probably going to be in like I'm gonna give it a good 15, 20 years when he's gonna be drunk and applying for power slap. I think that's when he'll get back into fighting. Because like by then he'll probably have had nothing else. He'll probably have gone through all of his money, all of his opportunities, all of his businesses. You know what I mean?
mhm, yep.
Like he'll probably need some kind of power slap or because they're definitely not going to put him on microphone for any type of analyst job. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, you know how crazy that would be, dude.
It'd be insane.
It would be, man. It would be, man. But right now, MK Dave's doing an amazing job. Uh, Tim, on the other hand, man, I mean, he is getting pieced up a little bit. I would like to maybe see maybe some leg kicks, maybe use some Muay Thai, throw some knees to the body there. But right now, man, MK Dave is just looking fantastic.
Mm. Yeah, Dave is got clipped there with a quick hook. But Dave is doing well. Um, nice exchanges though. Tim is becoming a little bit more wary of Dave's game. Quick shout out to everyone who is joining us not only on Twitch but on YouTube as Dave knocks down his opponent again.
Oh my
Oh,
God, he's about he's making light work of Tim right now, man. Tim is he has to be careful.
mm. Oh, nice. See, but Tim is still, he's still getting a couple counters in.
Oh,
Big opportunity for Dave.
mm,
Huge moment.
yeah, that was nice.
Look at the stamina. Oh my goodness. I mean, Tim is fighting with reckless abandon now. I mean, they're like
Mm,
he's throwing with oh,
mm.
that's it.
Mm.
That's it. Congratulations to AKA Dave. I don't think
Oh,
anybody didn't see that coming. Nobody saw it.
wow. I mean, I would probably give him performance of
This
the
is
night.
Citicorp Center.
Candidate,
In
at
the
least.
summer of
'Cause that
1978,
was
it had been open.
that was just a striking masterclass. As
Yeah.
crazy as crazy as that sounds, man. I mean, he
No, but that's Dave though. Dave has always
yeah,
been a strong competitor and someone who is able to put on an exciting show and just an absolute dog when it comes to stand up fights. But Tim put on a really good fight. Like that's something that he did not walk away with his chin held low about. Like he put on a good fight against someone on short notice. So that
yeah,
was still good work from Tim.
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Tim either, because it's not easy, going against a person like Dave. But I'm pretty sure that we'll see Tim, compete here again, and I'm just looking forward to what else that could could be in his potential future, right? I mean, wins and losses are a thing in this sport.
100%, 100%. Well, congratulations to AKA Dave. I don't think that I have said it enough. I'd be interested to see what those bets look like. But it looks like we have ourselves our next fight already lobbied up and ready to go. One of which I was thoroughly looking forward to. Looks like we have ourselves Jay Rilla versus Whimpering Ian coming up next. And yeah, you see on your screen Lyoto Machida. That pick will not change. He is sticking with that pick, and I am very much looking forward to it. Now I know that Brendan Allen is the jiu-jitsu guy. I know that this is a very dangerous fight, with the Lyoto Machida pick for the Lyoto Machida player, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think we all are, man. I think we all are.
I'm here for it. Well, here we go. Touch of the gloves from both guys, and we start off strong. Jay Rilla coming forward, tries to land that front kick, turned into a knee that did not connect, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is kind of like where you want to be, kind of like early in the fight, right? It's like, especially kind of like using a player like like Allen versus Cheetah. I don't think that he really had too much of a good ground stat, but I mean, this is kind of where you want to do, right? It's just
Yeah,
kind
I
of like
mean,
be in a position where like, okay, you're taking away the power, the speed. I mean, I think on the feet, obviously, I think Lyoto probably could be way better than Brendan Allen. Um, Especially, I think if I'm not mistaken, he might have a like 5-star like butterfly kick or front kick or something like that. I think,
mhm.
um, but right now it's not looking too good for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking necessarily the best, but for what it's worth, he has done relatively well defending most transitions, from his back. So, it looks like he might be able to escape this. No, oh, okay, never mind. I got myself confused with the names. I was like BK Ian. Oh wait, Whimpering Ian. Duh. It looks like Ian is still on top. And now in mount, still looking for those submissions though. Goes for the armbar now.
Yeah, he only has to lock in maybe a couple of them. Oh,
Oh, that was one.
yeah,
I think Jay Rilla thought it was probably going to be another fake, and it turned out to be a real commitment to the submission. So that's actually really rough because not
yeah,
only does he have one more submission to go against his arm, his or excuse me, his submission bar, but his block is ruined now.
yeah. I feel like it's about to be GG's, man.
Oh, he
Oh,
escaped it. What an
wow.
animal. I saw that he had just a little bit more stamina, so I had a feeling he was going to still be able to escape. But getting back to his feet by Jay Rilla, well done. From the grips of defeat, like an anaconda was whimpering in, but just not able to hold on like glue long enough. 30 seconds on the clock, Pudgy.
Mhm. I mean, I see what Allen's trying to do here, man. Oh, that was nice. Basically a fake butterfly kick into a flying knee. That was crazy. Um, I think right now for Jay Rilla, even though like he started to turn up in the last like 30 seconds there, he really had him on the rails, man. But you got to be careful though, because if he gets down on the ground again, he gets one more submission attempt. Could be for Jay Rilla.
Oh, and he goes for the flying triangle choke. How interesting. Does not commit to it. Goes right into mount.
Yeah, that was actually a really good transition there from Walker and Ian.
He's going for the armbar now. Could potentially get it. It looks like he was able to bite on the fake for the escape, but that looks like it is GG's. Well, we do appreciate the nobody rage quitting. Well, there it goes. Hey, we appreciate nobody rage quitting. Thank you to everybody who is stepping up tonight, and congratulations to Whimpering Ian. I mean, hey, listen, Jay Rilla, I had a good time watching the Leota Machida. So it may not have been the way that you wanted, but I had fun with it. So I appreciate it.
It wasn't like completely one-sided, right? I mean, on stats.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
On stats, sure, but I mean,
right.
Looking at the actual match itself, it was just like, see what has just transpired.
Right.
I mean, Jay Rilla could have potentially gotten him out of there with that body rock.
Right.
He really could have. So, I mean, you can't take anything away from him either, but it was just a bad mismatch.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It happens, man. I mean, you get that. The striker versus the wrestler.
Yeah.
Or the grappler. It just happens.
Well, it does. It was a clash of styles, which we potentially could see again here in just a moment. Looks like these guys are already lobbied up. We have Oath Kex versus Severin. This should be a good fight. Like I said before the beginning of this event, man, I keep saying Oath Dex. Oath Kex. Can I just call him Oath? Is that cool? Oath has competed here for a long time under many different names. But man, he is still here competing again tonight. Hard to tell. Oh, excuse me. With the Alex Pereira, he used to go by Joe Goldberg. Now he's returned to the Oath Kex.
Is that what it was really like the whole time? Really?
Joe Goldberg?
Yeah, I mean, I know that.
Like, it's always been Joe Goldberg.
I know.
He was Oath Kex on Discord, and then he changed it to Joe Goldberg, and now he's changed it back to Oath.
Okay, because I could never pronounce that last part of that name, so I just kind of left it alone.
Oh, the Oath Kex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Oath the Dex.
I did too. That's why I kept saying Oath Dex, but now I'm just gonna call him Oath because I might just call him Joe Goldberg. Fuck it.
Yeah. And that is a reason why. That's the reason why he has that name. That Joe Goldberg.
Yeah. That's also why I hate when people change their names. I'm just like, dude, just stick with one, please. Just brand yourself and call it a day. Oh, huge uppercut lands there from Joe Goldberg.
Wow. Man, that was a nasty uppercut there. And he's doing some good body work there.
Severin returned to the TC community not too long ago, representing the Latin community as a Colombian players. So it's always good and fun to see new and different people.
Oh. Wow. KO is the night, man.
Well, congratulations to Joe Goldberg.
First of all,
damn.
Let's talk about the front kick. All right, let's talk about the front kick. So the front kick landed, stuns him. He blocks low. The next thing you know, you got this firing head that just and sent him to a whole nother galaxy. Wow.
That was rough. That was rough.
But the next, see, I said it again.
Yeah, I know. I say it too. I know. Joe Goldberg. Fuck this guy. This Oath. Joe Goldberg.
Well, Oath, man. He's working. He's working up, towards a title, man. So
He
I mean,
is.
he
Yeah, I
does stuff
mean,
like that, man.
that was it.
Impressive
Yeah,
performances. He can get out there, man.
yeah, 100%. That was uh that was a great performance and an excellent knockout. So,
Hmm.
congratulations to Oath, also known as Joe Goldberg. Always fun to see him here and always fun to see him fight. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our next fight. They are already lobbied up and ready to go. We have Stewie versus JUFC. Two guys that I know that everyone is interested in seeing. So let's get to
Yeah,
it.
this might have been possibly one of the more sleeper fights um, out of this whole entire card, right? Because I mean, because we had the different changes, we had the switch arounds and stuff like that. But I mean, at least that we still get a chance to see, basically two really prolific strikers
Mhm.
in this in this league here. So I mean, JUFC, he's always the delight to always watch. But you can't take anything away from Stewie either, man. He's been just coming up through the ranks, man, and um, really, really want to see what he can do if he can get past JUFC, man.
100%. Well, here we go. Very, very first round. I believe those predictions will be up here in just a moment. 4:40 on the clock. There they go. Go ahead and make them now while you can. There is plenty of time to do so. Both guys have quite the reputation, like Pudgy was saying, that these are some hardcore kickboxers who are willing to stand and fight. So this should be a great fight. Now, what I will say is that it seemed, from what I could tell, JUFC was not super thrilled that it was going to be 4.5 star fighters and that Stewie got the Leon Edwards pick. But we'll see how that plays out with his Shavkat pick.
So good, man. Let me sometimes, and again, you run into those, those little technical difficulties, man. But it doesn't seem like it's really too far off, you know. From what we're saying, it's not like a completely, downgrade. But oh, and now JUFC is going for the guillotine.
Mm. Yeah, and he's committing to it. This wasn't used as a ruse to get to mount, but he still goes and gets it anyway.
Yeah.
In a last desperate attempt. But still a great position for JUFC, and he is more than capable of maintaining mount and loses it immediately. The commentator's curse.
Yeah.
I feel responsible. That's all right.
um, man, what an overhander from that landed for Stewie.
Oh,
Nice left hand that lands for Stewie.
man, both these guys are just oh man.
Mm.
Oh, big
Wow, that was
shots
a
being landed by Jay.
yeah, that was a nice ducking hook there from JUFC. Oh,
Got the
oh my,
block hook.
oh
Trying to
my,
finish him off now, Pudgy.
oh my God! I think this might be it. Oh,
That is
yep,
it.
yep.
JUFC is able to finish it off in the first round.
Oh my God, that elbow is definitely would set that off, man, right there. You'll see it. It should be upcoming here. Yep, that was it right there.
What a well-timed elbow, too. I mean, at any moment, these guys can start moving their head and get off balance, get away, and that flips you over into mount, or that flips them over into mount, like that could be a terrible position, but damn. JUFC committed to that elbow and it paid off for him. So congratulations to JUFC. Holy shit. What a
Oh,
fight. What a knockout.
yeah, that was amazing because not only JUFC, made a statement as to why that he's working up, up the, you know, the ranks here, but he put on a beautiful masterclass in terms of the ground game because that's kind of like what he wanted to do. It seems like it was kind of like obvious, almost. But then again, who knows, man? I mean, he went with that shot clock pick. I think it was well rounded. And you know, he kind of took him down where Leon Edwards doesn't really thrive on the ground like that, honestly. Um, and just got the win, secured it. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. And shout out to everyone who has been joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate everyone. But we are going to take a very brief, quick moment, kind of collect our thoughts, collect our things, and we will be right back. All right, y'all. Sorry about the wait. We are back and ready for this next fight. Prime Doc versus K1 Vuk. Man, this is gonna be an excellent fight here, Pudgy.
Yeah, I mean, if we're literally about to get the same matchup that we just seen before, I mean, I'm not going to be mad at it. But you know, you got two of some of the best players in this damn community, man. You got
Hmm.
somebody like Vuk, man, and Prime Dot. The resume speaks for themselves, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Here we go. Round one. Just want to give a quick shout out to J Dime joining us here tonight for this fight between Prime Doc and K1 Vuk, joining us at the right time too, because this is going to be an excellent fight. You know, J Dime is someone who has commentated Vuk's career more or less. So you know, if there's anyone
Mhm.
who knows who's got a good feeling about this fight, it's going to be him.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to my boy J Dime in the chat. I see you, boy.
Prime Dog approaching this fight now. We got to remind people that this you know most of Vuk's fights throughout his career, you know, have been 5 round fights. You know, it's not often that you see Vuk in a 3 round fight. It's in fact typically only Total Conflict that you see Vuk in a 3 round fight. He's gotten the title before in season 1,
Hmm.
but he's coming back for it now in season 2, and facing Prime Doc, who is, you know, really fought his way to this topmost position where, you know, he'll be next for the title if he gets through Vuk. But Pudgy Vuk is a tremendous order.
Yeah, he is a very tough test to really try to get through, man. But you don't really see, you don't really see too many people that could like say like I demolish, Vuk, right? But
Mm,
anything could always change, when you see records and stuff like that, that shit don't matter until you get into a live audience, right? Um, so seeing the way how this can really play out, man. I mean, maybe Prime Doc has something that he has on, he has on him, right? Um, Hopefully these guys have been studying each other and stuff like that, and but you never know.
you know, Pudgy, there's a lot of competitors that don't take advantage of studying tape, or
Mm-hmm.
studying footage, or trying to get an idea of how their opponents fight. You know, they just they get into spars with their teammates, and they
Mm-hmm.
call it a day. They go off of, you know, the muscle memory once competition hits. And I think that that's
Mm-hmm.
such a what's the word that I'm looking for? Uh, it's such a like a misstep in what they could do to get better. Because like here's the thing. I understand where most guys are coming from. Nice flip there from Vuk.
Nice, nice.
I understand where most guys are coming from. They're confident. They've gotten far. But when you fight a guy like AKA Dave or K1 Vuk or
Mm-hmm.
a guy like Fatinator or C, like there are certain guys where it would behoove you
Mm-hmm.
to study them, because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't, they're going to embarrass you.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance, right? That even though like right now, Vuk is he's up right now. Like I would say, like on the scorecards possibly, even though it's only been 1 round, but you never know. Prime Doc could be one of those guys where he could take him. Like I think we kind of almost see like an example, like in the earlier prelim fights, right? Where like somebody like Spooky G, for an example, we seen how that happened.
Hmm.
It was just you don't see that every day.
Yeah.
So having like having like a tough test like Vote, man. I mean, I think they'll really put Prime Doc on the map if he could secure a win. Um, Really knock his lights out.
Yeah, I mean, if there is a way for Prime Doc to find himself a dominant, decisive, not controversial win against a guy like Vuk, that raises his stock. I mean, frankly, if he just puts on a good fight, it raises his stock. But if he is able to find a way to get Vuk out of there, in a clean sportsman-like manner, I mean, dude, people are going to start putting respect on the name. This fight is brought to you by Instant Gaming, games and gift cards for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and more. You can click on the picture below, or we do have a link in chat that is going up, and you can click that and get involved. Check out Instant Gaming. They have a little bit of everything that you need. They got PC, Xbox, Nintendo, everything.
Whatever you need, man. Whatever you need. Get it on a discount, baby.
Still got a minute 30 left on the clock in this second round. And frankly, I can't believe it's even the second round. When did they get a break? I thought this was still the first.
Yeah.
Nice kick there.
Prime Doc has to be careful of his stamina. That nose is starting to get tagged up a little bit. So I think right now, like, Vuk could probably start going to. Oh, that would have been a nasty knee if that would have landed there. He's doing a good job of wearing down the stamina there because that's what he needs.
Only a couple seconds left in this round. We have Vuk on top. He is able to get back to half guard as Prime, or excuse me, back to full guard. But not able to do a whole lot with it from either guy. Nice elbow to land to finish off the round from Vuk.
Yeah, I would probably give him 2-zip.
Yeah.
Prime Doc's going to need a finish, man. He's going to need a finish.
Yeah, he's going to need some type of finish because, I mean, the decision is not coming in his way. That's for sure. But his stamina is being drained very quickly in comparison to his opponents. So, I mean, man, he's at this point, it might even almost take a flash. But Vuk has been landing this leg kick into the body kick very well throughout all 3 rounds now.
Yeah, he's been just his stamina has just been phenomenal, man. Oh man. So sometimes, like, what's kind of working in Vuk's favor here is that because since he has the more stamina, some of those shots might not have as much power. Still have to be careful though against Leon Edwards, of course, but any of those intercepting punches may not hurt as much.
Yeah.
But you also can't get tagged up either, man.
Yeah, you don't want to get tagged up either. But I mean, frankly, that's something that Vuk seems to be not really dealing with. Like he's doing it so extremely well at keeping Prime Doc from even mounting any type of attack that, I mean, he's probably not even really thinking about having a defense. I mean, it's been almost entirely offense this round. Ooh. Look at this. End to the spear takedown. Educated.
Nice uppercut there. That was a nice uppercut there.
It's a lot of support in the chat for Vuk right now. And there's no question as to why. The guy's credentials and accolades speak for themselves, but he is showing them off here tonight. 2 minutes on the clock in the third round, in a fight of which has been, dominantly his.
Yeah. I mean, he's been landing more of the damage there. I mean, anything can still change up until like that final second here. But I would say for the most part, man, I mean, this has just been domination at its finest.
I mean, Vuk is one of those types of guys that that he can make you just look like you don't belong there.
Hmm. And I mean, hey, and again, this happens to the best of us, man. Can't take anything away from Prime Doc at all, man.
No.
Man, you got less than, you got a little over 30 seconds to work, man. If some way, somehow, he just gets some crazy knockout or something, bro. Like some crazy leg kick. Uh, this might be it for him, though.
Yeah, it's not happening anymore now for Prime. Vuk is going in for the kill, not able to find it with a quick sway of the head from Prime, and he goes for the sway again
Ooh.
and is rewarded with a mount, but with no time left to do anything with it. Unbelievable work from a K1 Vuk. Congratulations to him.
Not gonna lie, man. If there was probably, I would say maybe like a minute, that fight could have changed.
Could have been a whole new opportunity for Prime, but frankly, that is what separates Vuk and guys like Vuk from everybody else in the competition world. He goes, here is the one moment at the very end of the fight when I can start taking a risk.
Yep. But you know what? It is what it is, man. But what a performance there from Vuk, man. Crazy performance.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Vuk, who's in chat, screaming in the microphone from the octagon. Still hasn't even exited out of the octagon, saying, "Give me that title fight." So we are going to be looking forward to seeing that potentially in the future, depending on who he could be fighting. Could be AKA MG, could be potentially K1 Vuk, who would be, or excuse me, K1 Deadpooly, who would be Vuk's teammate. So that would be an interesting fight.
Yeah, sometimes, hey man, listen, you gotta go against your gym mate. You gotta do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
If you really even though you guys may spar every day, you train every day, whatever the case may be. One thing that's literally standing in between y'all right now is a belt that's being held on by somebody else at the moment. So hypothetically, if some way somehow Deadpooly gets this done, he could potentially see Vuk sooner than later.
Yeah, that could be the case.
To be quite honest with you, man, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm rooting for Deadpooly. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I love MG, but I'm rooting for Deadpooly, man. I'm ready.
Well, Well, we got one more fight before we get there. We have our co-main event coming up next. These guys are already lobbied up, and it looks like they are itching to get going. So we got CleaningTuba versus Blink here at the welterweight division. Carlos Pradas versus Leon Edwards. Now, I think it may have even been Deadpooly on Friday who was like, oh, well, if their main card, they're not gonna, no one's ever gonna pick 4.5 star. Some people will. Some people will pick, or excuse me, they're not gonna pick 4-star. Like they're gonna pick, only 4.5 star. Like no one's gonna handicap themselves. Some people will. Some people, a guy like this, who has, very specific fighters that they thoroughly enjoy and thoroughly, know how to work with, will pick a guy who's like the handicap.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, and again, when you have certain dark horses in the division like this, I mean, anything can change. Anything. So I mean, you never know. You don't know how it really would, really turn out to be. But I'm excited for this fight.
Yeah. Big co-main event. For here, I don't think the stream itself has audio. Oh no, these guys are fighting without audio. Well, sorry for that. That kind of sucks. Sorry that you guys don't hear any audio. But good news is that the predictions are up. You've got Blink with Leon Edwards and CleaningTuba with Carlos Pradas. Now, this fight has been upgraded to a 5 round fight. It was scheduled for 3 rounds, but we had just been getting really quickly through these fights, so we wanted to give you guys something a little extra. A little over
Mhm.
3 minutes on the clock now for this co-main event.
All good here, and predictions are up. And I mean, just kind of. Oh, that was a nice duck and roundhouse there that landed there for Blink. He's been doing a really good job, man. Just kind of like measuring that distance there. But I mean, Carlos Prates, man, he's really lengthy, really lengthy. And I think that try to slow him down with some body kicks, some leg kicks, and that will maybe work in Blink's favor. Um, you know, but we won't really know until how this how things play out, man. Because I know that Carlos Prates has some nasty Muay Thai skills as well.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, he does. And oh, nice counter shots there from Blank, really hurting too. But now,
Mm,
yeah, the Carlos Prados does have some lengthy shots, and he holds
mm,
a good amount of power behind them too. So you do have to be careful about getting hit. You
mm,
can't be too. Oh, nice block counter there from Blink.
mm.
He's able to drop his man, not able to get after him though.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice uppercut that landed there. Ooh, that was a nice ducking straight there that landed for CleaningTuba. Nice.
25 seconds left on the clock in this first round of 5.
Yeah, the head health is kind of looking a bit equal right now.
Nice shots being landed from both guys. Goodness.
Nice. Ooh, nice
Oh.
overhand that landed there at the end. Oh,
And
wow.
dropped him too. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah, those,
rough.
yeah, those cuts are not looking too good right now for Leon Edwards, man. I think that I think Tuba's probably going to be looking to capitalize on those cuts.
As we get into this second round, we just want to remind people that if you guys want to get involved, if you have not yet, join the Discord. Let's see if
Mhm.
we can get a link in there. Join the Discord, and you can start signing up and getting involved now. We have signups that go up immediately after each event, and then the card is the following week, so you can get involved. This, that, and the other. Quick shout out, a huge shout out to Boiler with the subscription for 3 months. Tremendous supporter is Boiler, and we thoroughly appreciate him. A huge figurehead in the ESFL, so we thoroughly appreciate Boiler's support. Thank you very much, Boiler.
Yeah, much love to that guy, man. Always showing support here at Total Conflict, man. Shout out to Boiler, man.
Well, 3:05 on the
Ooh.
clock, and Blink hurts Tuba again. Tuba has to be careful, trying to move his head and avoid damage, but he gets hurt and dropped. But unfortunately, he keeps.
Oh,
Oh, Blink is still after it. Does not get pushed off this time.
oh man. CleaningTuba is in trouble. He is in trouble right now. He's going to have to be really careful of how he's going to have to approach these next couple of rounds. But to be quite honest
Oh.
with you, man, the way how this is looking here, Baron, we might not get to round 3.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what? Frankly, I'm kind of surprised that Blink decided to get back to his feet. He had the posture up, and he got a quick, shot there that got a moment for him. So he had the opportunity. Nice clinch into the trip there. Drains the stamina a little bit. Gets
Oh,
into
goes into
stack
that guard.
guard,
Oh,
trying to
this.
rain down. Not enough
Oh,
damage though.
yeah, it's definitely a scary position to be in, man. I mean, you never want to be in somebody's stat guard. You just got straights and just hooks that are just coming down from any way. This is crazy work, man.
Crazy work from not only the competitors but also from the community. Shout out to BK7 with the community sub. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much, Severin. Um,
Yeah, we got a level 1 hype train going. Yeah, buddy.
We did get a level 1 hype train for that. Yeah. 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 If you got gifted with a community sub, please remember to say thank you to the person that gifted it to you. It's the polite thing to do. Unless you're not here. If you're not here, then obviously, can't do nothing about it. But if you're
But if
here,
you watch, but hey, if you watch this back and you see this message, go ahead and do so.
yeah, thank your mans. But it looks like, Pudgy, we are moving on into the third round. I did not think that we would actually make it this far, but it looks like we
Hmm.
have.
Yeah, I mean, and we still have another 2 rounds after this. Um, if there's a way that Carlos Prates to get back into this fight, man, um, definitely will work wonders there. But he's gonna have to be careful, man, because he's already been knocked down multiple times. He's been really hurt, just like that right now, man.
Oh
That's
my goodness!
Yeah, the head
Wow.
health is not looking too good right now. Oh,
Oh,
oh, a little bit of taunting there that
a
comes from
little
there
bit
from
of
Blink.
taunting. Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
also have
A guy like Blink, I feel like he's the type of guy that just he can't help himself. But another quick shout out to Boiler. Thank you very much for the bits. We thoroughly appreciate it. You hooking us up with that hype train. You might even get us to level 2 with something else. But I'm not. I'm not. That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking for more. I'm just saying you could, but don't.
take down there from Blink.
Yeah, Blink is able to get him down, but he kind of leaves himself without too much stamina to work with. CleaningTuba is able to roll right over, but a posture up is denied and leaves him in rough shape.
Yeah. I mean, Blake is. I mean, right now he's just kind of like he's playing this out very well. I think that he's doing a good job of just like not rushing for the KO because he knows that it's imminent. Um, but kind of seeing what could still happen, right? Because we still have another 2 rounds. Um, I would like to maybe see this get back up on the feet and some crazy wild shit happens. All
Mm-hmm.
right, give me 1 second. I actually have to plug my laptop in.
Well, Blink is still on top. He had the crucifix there for just a moment, but he's still inside control, landing those elbows, which is not going to help CleaningTuba avoid the doctors, or that head health damage. I mean, that is really rough. But it's almost at the point now where he can't even get out from this position.
Yeah, he's like just stuck there. Um, I mean, right now, I mean, looking at the stamina from both of these guys, like, I mean, Leon Edwards still has this. Maybe it could be. It looks like it's about the same. Looks like it's about the same. But man, those elbows, man, into that guard, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, bum. I'm reading too much chat. Blink is all over him, trying to go for the rear naked choke. Kind of leaves them both at a little bit of a discrepancy, but
Yeah, I mean, both of these guys really don't have enough stamina. But I mean, right now, Blink is doing whatever he needs to do to still impose some heavy damage there from the top.
mm, yeah, he went for the arm triangle there.
But it's all good, man. But I think right now, I mean, right now it's not really looking too good for Carlos Prates. I would say that he's
Yeah,
probably down. He's probably down.
unfortunately, CleaningTuba, much like the last fight we saw, is gonna need something big in order to change this. Which is funny because you would think that he actually has the opportunity, seeing as Blink is in a similar shape in terms of stamina. You think that he might, blow out that stamina and allow CleaningTuba to take advantage of that, but it's just for whatever reason he's not able to find that moment. But
Mm-hmm.
still either way,
Oh,
I think he's gonna need some kind of like big knockout. I mean, like look at his body health. His body health is fine. It's just his head health that is messed up. Shout out to King Jon Snow for the 200 bits. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, I think I don't think it was enough for the hype train to keep going, but we appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you very much, my friend. Huge supporter is King Jon Snow.
Yeah, for sure, man. If you guys don't know who King Jon Snow is, man, he probably gifted you a sub at some point in your life.
Yeah, probably.
So shout out to that guy. He's always supporting the TC community and the community outside of TC as well. Much love to King Jon Snow, man. But right now, Baron, it's kind of getting crazy right now. It's kind of getting spooky to see Leon Edwards doing a darts choke right now.
Oh my god. And he sunk it in too. So he needs one more submission. And that took off a lot of his submission bar. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean the stamina is just not there. I mean, yeah, Blink is just he's just abusing this.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. CleaningTuba he's hanging on by a thread.
I was gonna say I'm actually kind of surprised that he's choosing to posture up and not go for the submission, but he's still oh well there he goes. Never mind, I spoke too early. There he goes. That submission is sunk in. There's oh my god, he actually got out of it.
That was nice.
I can't believe that. He had no stamina in comparison to Blink, but he just chose to race out of it, which ended up being the smart thing to do. It got him out and saves him for at least another minute.
Wow. Really? Again?
Damn.
Oh man, see that's bull. That's bullshit. That's bull. I don't agree with that.
Even the commentators like, what? Hold on.
I don't agree with that, man. First, damn, you kind of hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, in the moment where I looked away, we find ourselves with a rage quit. These things happen, unfortunately. I'm gonna well, congratulations to Blank. That was
right there.
Yeah. I mean, he put on a great performance.
I honestly think that the fight went on a little bit longer than I anticipated it to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen. Sometimes competitors like to put on fights. Sometimes competitors like to put on good fights. Sometimes competitors like to try and embarrass their opponent. I'm not about the whole trying to embarrass your opponent because it gets to a point where it just takes forever, and we're just waiting for your shit to just finish. So it's like, I don't know. I might have to say I don't care what Verse thinks and just start handing out suspensions for people who do shit like that because it makes for a poor viewing experience. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the fight that everyone is here for. The main event, your reigning and defending PlayStation champion, aka MG, versus his next challenger, K1 Deadpooly. This is the fight that I've been waiting for. I mean, and I know that I've said that about some other fights, and there have been some other good fights that I've been interested in watching tonight. But this is the fight, man. This is it. This is the one that we're all here for.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, dude, we've been ready for this ever since we announced it. I mean, to be quite honest with you, man, I mean, it should be a fun treat for the fans here, man. Pro show.
100%. Well, we are getting strictly into it. The predictions are up, and we have ourselves a 5-round fight that has started quickly. Shout out to Just K for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to further support Total Conflict, you can do that with a subscription for $5.99 a month or via a free Amazon Prime subscription. Or you might get gifted a subscription. That might happen. But with that said, this is going to be an excellent fight. Deadpooly was in the booth on Friday saying that he was looking forward to this fight. So trying
Yeah,
to
for
find
sure.
his counter opportunities right now.
Doing a good job of just kind of like doing some calf kicks there,
Hmm.
really trying to throw off the game of MG, man. But you know, but as of right now, man, I mean MG, man, he's as good as it gets. I mean this guy has just been on a tear. Just being a TC champion, man. I mean in his true colors, man.
Hmm.
But but this is where Deadpool has to rise to the occasion, man. He's going to have to mix it up a little bit. I don't think that he can consistently strike with Anderson Silva, not taking anything away from DDP, but I think that Deadpool is going to start to mix it up here. He's just getting a little bit of a feeler,
Hmm.
I believe.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that that's actually an excellent observation, Pudgy. That's why we have you on the team on the comms booth for that professional analysis. I think it's a great point. You know, Deadpool is probably looking at the clock and saying, "Well, I got 5 rounds, so let's take this nice and easy." And he's taking the first round as a feeler to get an idea of what's MG good at on the feet, what's he good at on the ground, like can he defend himself, how is he going to attack, things like that. So I think it's a great opportunity for Deadpool, or yeah, for excuse me, Deadpool to be doing what he's doing. He finds
Hmm.
himself in top position in half guard now, and for what it's worth, not doing
Hmm.
bad.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like he's doing a good job of really taking away the speed and the power of Anderson Silva because, I mean, you can't get kicked in the face while you're laying on the ground. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And that's not 5 stars. So, but I think right now, I think Deadpool is doing a good job of just breaking him down. I think.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's having much more success on the ground than he was on the feet. It comes to the end of the first round there. We'll see how much of a difference MG is going to make in his game plan moving forward, if at all. I mean, he was doing well on the feet. He's just going to have to prevent himself from getting taken down.
Hmm. Some nice combinations there that came there from MG. Um, the I would say some adjustments that I would like to see for MG is, uh, definitely attack the body of Dricus Duplessis. Um, Really target that cardio, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. Especially with DDP because he hits just so damn hard. Almost to a point where like you don't expect him to be hitting that hard, but he could use that power in a big way, like you said, to zap that stamina.
Hmm.
Because I think Anderson Silva is arguably going to be faster, right? I think he's got faster punch speeds, so with just as relatively just as heavy as hands. So you do want to kind of slow him down, which it looks like Deadpool is doing. Deadpool, it looks like Deadpool is kicking away at those legs and chipping away at the body.
Hmm.
He's actually taking this very methodically and doing very well so far.
Yeah, he's gonna, you know, in order to to give it, he's gonna have to take some hits. And I think that's what he's doing really effectively right now. I think he's been chopping away at that lead leg of MG here, and I think that's really going to start throwing off his balance. It's a
Mm.
good takedown defense there from MG.
I don't think that was meant to be a takedown. I think Deadpool used that clinch and that trip, that takedown as what, like, meaning to do exactly what it did, which was to take Deadpool off the cage and put MG on the cage. It was very smart. It's something that was brought up, I think, by Nas in a video quite a few months ago. But yeah, when you use that clinch and that takedown, it kind of just like, if he avoids it, it kind of just switches you guys in the cage. So it opens up the cage for Deadpool to start moving back again, which is what he's been doing. He's looking for those counters. So, it was very, very smart.
Yeah.
I think the takedown would have been the cherry on top, but I think what he went for is what he was able to achieve. He goes for the takedown there and is able to get it. A minute 5 on the clock in this second round. Does well to defend, getting up from MG, starting to rain down the
Mm,
shots on the champion. We are finding MG in a situation that I think most people did not foresee.
mm. But you know what? It's all good, man. Because I think right now, Deadpool he's playing a really good game of just he's been throwing off his opponent all this second round here. Um, so I think if he can kind of get this fight back down to the ground, really incorporate some heavy damage. Um, I, to be quite honest with you, man, I think we could be potentially seeing a new champ there.
But yeah, yeah. Honestly, I mean, Deadpool approached that second round a little bit differently than the first. I mean, he was
Mm-hmm.
still on the back foot, but much more active in that second round, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what is different in this third round as it starts now. But MG, I feel like, is going to have to be a little bit more active to start coming back because I'm sorry, I kind of feel like it's 2-0 for Deadpool right now.
Yeah,
I may
I
be crazy. Everyone who's in chat may be like thinking like Jedi is insane, but I've got 2-0 for Deadpool.
yeah. I mean, right now, I think MG has to. I think he. I would like to see some clutch attempts that would come from MG. If he's able to, throw some knees in the middle, just right in the middle of the plum.
Mm,
Um, just do something like that. But good take late denial there from
yeah.
MG. But that's just a really good tax on the stamina, though.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, it's this is a very interesting fight that is being played out right now, Pudgy. I mean,
Mm.
I'm sorry, like are we seeing the story of how the community has slept on Deadpool, or is this the story of how MG was built to be, larger than life?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one way to find out, and we're all witnesses here at Total Conflict MMA.
Nice catch of the kick from Deadpool.
Mm.
Some nice uppercuts from the clinch from MG though.
Kind of has Deadpool kind of fighting on the back foot a little bit.
Oh, I mean, he's been fighting on the back foot the entire fight, which I is something that I've been questioning and wondering about throughout this fight. But it seems to work for him. He seems to be able to make it work. There he goes with that clinch and takedown attempt, and just in an effort to get more room in the cage.
Ooh,
Mm.
that was a nice slip uppercut there from MG. Ooh,
And but both guys are really laying into each other with these shots. Nice counter shot there from Deadpool. Only 10 seconds left in this third round. They still got 2 rounds ahead of them. And I don't think anybody has really suffered even a big rock
ooh,
until now.
yep. That was a nice pivotal moment there for Deadpool, man. I mean,
I
getting that.
can't. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead, Pudgy. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that body rock, man. I mean, that's really gonna pay some dividends going into this fourth round, dog.
Yes, yes, it will. But frankly, like again, I'm so thoroughly surprised at what is happening here right now. I thought if anyone was going to get the rock first, it was going to be MG.
We just been just seeing a really good performance here from Deadpool, man. I mean, this fight isn't over until it's over, right? Because I mean, MG still has that opportunity to come back, but I think at this
Hmm.
point right now, he's going to have to look at some options.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't necessarily count the champion out yet, right? So he's the champion for a reason. So he above anyone will find a way out of precarious situations, which is why he finds himself on top now, potentially looking to get back to his feet and see if he can start getting some damage off. I think maybe the whole like fighting on the back foot from Deadpool potentially could have you know maybe mixed up the champion a little bit. Maybe he's just not really used to or wasn't expecting this. I'm not 100% sure what's happening, but maybe MG would have felt more comfortable being on the feet, or excuse
Hmm.
me, being on the back foot. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah,
he'll find a way. 2:45 on the clock, fourth round. Still one more round to go if they make it through this one.
yeah. I think Deadpool he probably would need to get this fight back down to the ground. Um, I mean, right now, I mean, he's really outstriking MG. So I think honestly, just this is just kind of like the icing on the cake, really,
Mm,
because like he's been displaying some really good striking. But I mean, MG is using Anderson Silva. I mean, one wrong move, man, and he could just put your lights out.
that is it.
Um,
Yeah.
so I'm not taking anything away from MG, but I would like to see a little more urgency. Because to be quite honest with you, man, this dude could literally be down 3 rounds. Um, so he has to be careful
What it
what he
feels
does
like,
here.
right? It feels like
Yeah,
he's down like 3 rounds. Like,
yeah. And King John Snow said that it could be 2-1 MG, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, listen, we're not judges, right? We're just the commentators. But nice trip there from
Uh oh.
I was gonna say nice trip there from Deadpool, and then he started landing down the shots. It was looking rough. Only a couple seconds left. Looks like Deadpool is very comfortable, just chipping away at the body there for the rest of the time. Oh, good shots from Deadpool. Couple blocked there from the champion, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we could potentially be seeing a 3-1 Deadpool. We could potentially be seeing a 2-2. I'm not 100% sure, but like I was saying, that's why we're not judges, right? That's why we're
Yeah,
commentators.
I usually don't really like to really ever judge fights. I only like just to commentate them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a fan of both guys, but you know there are some referees out there that are very questionable, Baron. Very
Yeah,
questionable.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes,
Well,
man. Sometimes, man, you can't leave this shit to the judges, dog. Sometimes you just can't.
now that's interesting. I'm surprised that MG has not really defended any more of these takedowns. It seems like every time it goes to the clinch, that's the first thing that Deadpool does is try and go for the dump, and you know MG defended it well for the first like 2 or 3 rounds, and then it has kind of stopped. So not 100% sure what's happening there. Oh, nice
Yeah,
shot from Deadpool.
that's a nice straight uppercut that leads into a lead uppercut there from MG. Yeah, he's really going to have to put the pedal to the metal, man.
Mm, mm.
That's a nice straight there that landed.
Well, this fight is potentially gonna go all 5 rounds, which is kind of crazy. I can't remember the last championship fight we had that went all five, but 2:40 on the clock, and Deadpool has the champions back, looking to potentially go for a rear naked choke. Maybe he flips him over into backside control.
Yeah, that's a good denial there. Now he's taking the back. Good denial there from MG. Good denial there.
Yeah, King Jon Snow is in chat saying that it's 2-2, and this round is the one to decide them all. So
Yeah, if to be quite honest with you, man, if I'm Deadpooly, man, I'm looking to end this fight right now.
yeah, 100%.
I'm looking to end this fight right now because you can't trust the judges, man. And there's been some times where the judges have gotten some scorecards wrong.
Oh yeah.
And some people's lives were definitely destroyed after that. So to be quite honest with you, man, if I'm Deadpooly, I'm looking to end this fight right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm throwing some haymakers. I'm throwing some big head kicks. But
Yeah,
that's just me.
If he can secure a rock, and then probably go into like a spirit takedown or something like that. I mean, I think that will secure it, but I think he just landed. I think honestly he landed more damage. Oh, nice.
Wow. Well, that definitely. Oh.
Wow, man, what a fight!
Got into a little bit of a firefight at that very in the very final moments of round 5, but
Yeah,
we will see as we get through these replays what the judge's decision is.
yeah. I mean, could give it to Deadpool because of the control time and the damage that he did land. MG hung in there, man. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, quite honest with you, man, it looks like it could be going to Deadpool's favor. We're going to see what Bruce Buffer thinks once we kind of get there, man.
Yeah, you guys, for those of you in chat who are subscribed, go ahead and get your N new or N still emotes ready. If you're subscribed, those are subscriber only emotes. So go ahead and get those ready because a belt is about to be strapped. It just depends on who it's going to be. It was a good fight, good back and forth fight. Both guys had good moments throughout it, so we could potentially have ourselves a new champion. What I will say is we have ourselves a new champion in K1 Deadpooly. And new.
Damn. You know, we got somebody in the chat that says that that Deadpooly's ass. From what I'm seeing in there, it seems like you might have to chase up to this spot, man. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That guy who was saying that Deadpool is ass had one job to show up for a fight and didn't. So,
oh man, it's all good, man. Because you know your boy Deadpool is now the TC MMA PlayStation champion, man. And I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do in the future, man.
That's so crazy. I'm actually a little stunned. That's actually kind of wild. I think most of the community did not expect Deadpool to have a chance, and he is walking away with total conflict. Wow, fuck me. Total conflict glory. It's a bright day. So this guy, hey, by the way, he's also a commentator. So we have a Total Conflict champion who is also a commentator. Imagine that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you don't see that every day, right? But you see it here at Total Conflict, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You see it here at Total Conflict. And, you know, it just adds more hype, and it adds more, you know, pizzazz to the league. Because I mean, you got so many different variety of guys that are competing at, you know, I would say honestly at this point at a very high level. You know, and they're putting on performance after performance, and we get a chance to see it here live every Sunday, man, and Fridays.
Yeah, that's right. Fridays and Sundays. Fridays for our fight night cards, and Sundays for our main card shows, which are typically title fights. But with that said, that's it, y'all. We're done. That is the end of TC MMA 18. We will be back next week. The signups will be going up here shortly for TC MMA 19. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined us tonight, whether you've been on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you very much. Shout out to Deafman. A huge shout out to Deafman for helping us in the back with things. Shout out to Verse for his help with everything and for the graphics that he makes weekly for both the Fight Night cards and the Sunday cards. But yeah, we will be back next week. Get up in the Discord, sign up as soon as the signups go live, and we will get you on the card. We will get you fighting. We look forward to seeing you sign to fighting. With that said, you already know what it is. My name is Jedi. That's Pudgy. Pudgy, do you have anything for the people before we're out?
No, man, that should be it. Really appreciate everyone. And again, spending your Sunday afternoons, morning, nights, wherever you guys may be in the world. Me and my guy Baron, we really appreciate you guys, spending time with us, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. ESFL will be coming up here soon, so stay tuned for that, and catch some of your favorite streamers that might be online right now. But that's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna try and find someone to raid real quick. We're gonna leave you with our poster. And with that said, yeah, we're out. So be real, be good, be real good. Peace.